Here's something that will blow your mind. 93% of our impact comes from how we say things, not what we actually say. Our bodies are having entire conversations before we even open our mouths.
That's fascinating. And you know what's even more incredible? People form their impressions of us in just 7 seconds of meeting.
Let me share something I learned recently about this. Doctor. Amy Cuddy from Harvard calls it presence leakage, where our insecurities physically manifest without us even realizing it.
Hmm. So you're saying our bodies are basically broadcasting our inner thoughts whether we want them to or not.
Exactly right. And here's where it gets really interesting. Studies show that when we feel insecure, we unconsciously make ourselves smaller through what experts call contracting behaviors. Crossing arms, tilting heads down, taking tiny steps.
Oh my goodness, I used to do all of those things in meetings. Plus that nervous habit of playing with my jewelry.
Well, here's what's fascinating about that. These behaviors are actually rooted in our primitive defense mechanisms. When we feel threatened, we instinctively try to make ourselves smaller and less noticeable.
So, what's the alternative? What do truly confident people do differently?
They practice what researchers call expansive presence, shoulders back, chest open, maintaining steady eye contact. But here's the really powerful part. Adopting these poses for just 2 minutes actually changes your brain chemistry.
Wait, you're telling me our body posture can literally alter our hormones?
The science is crystal clear on this. Power poses increase testosterone and decrease cortisol levels. It's like giving yourself a natural confidence boost before important moments.
You know, that reminds me of watching Michelle Obama speak, the way she commands space with such purposeful movements.
And speaking of commanding presence, let's talk about voice, because studies from Yale have found something pretty concerning. Women who use upspeak, that habit of making statements sound like questions, are perceived as less competent, even when their content is identical to male counterparts.
Well, that explains so much about my early career presentations.
But here's the good news. These patterns are completely within our control to change. The key is something called body language auditing, recording yourself and actually watching your nonverbal cues.
That sounds terrifying, but incredibly useful. What other practical strategies can people use?
One game changing technique is the 2 minute power pose routine before important meetings. Stand like Wonder Woman, hands on hips, feet apart, chin up. But here's the crucial part. It's not about dominating the room, it's about being comfortable enough to fully occupy your space in it.
So it's really about authentic confidence rather than trying to intimidate others.
Exactly. And this brings us to something really important about confidence. It's not about being perfect or never feeling nervous. It's about aligning your external presence with your internal capabilities.
That's such a powerful distinction. It's not about becoming someone else, it's about fully expressing who you already are.
And the results can be transformative. I've seen people completely change their career trajectories once they master these principles. But what's even more remarkable is how it changes their internal experience. No more constant tension. No more replaying conversations, wondering if they were taken seriously.
You know what strikes me about all this? These changes are completely within our control.
That's right. And they can start today. Remember, your presence is speaking volumes before you say a word. The question is, what story do you want it to tell?
And it all comes back to those first 7 seconds.
Let's wrap up with this thought. Your body is always communicating. By making it your ally rather than your adversary, you're not just changing how others perceive you, you're transforming how you experience yourself. And that's where true confidence begins,